In this video, I'm going to do a review of the 2024 Porsche Carrera Cabrio while I'm here in Germany. So this is the 2024 Porsche 911 Carrera Cabrio 992 version that we're reviewing here today in Germany. We're at the Porsche Museum. We just picked up the car. I don't know if white would be my first choice for a color, but I think it looks pretty great in white.
Now, I find that most convertibles look best with the top down, but strangely enough, due to how big it is at the back, this one looks best with the top up. Let me know in the comments below what you think.
So we've encountered the first thing that's a little bit unusual for me is the gear shift. So park is here, that's drive, that's reverse, and not sure how you get into neutral, but we're back into park. I quite like that the instrument panel is all digital except the tachometer in the middle. I think that's such a great feature, but it won't be around for long. I hear the 2025s, it's all digital. So if you want to get one that still has an analog tachometer, line up for the 2024. So as you can see, the instruments are now up and running because the car is running, and I mean, they look so phony to me, but they are nice and clear. So it took a couple seconds to figure out that the wind blocker is actually here. One of the things I've noticed about this car is that it's a lot softer, more softly sprung than my 718 Spider, that's for sure. I mean, I have to often see that where there's ridges in the road, but I don't feel them at all in this car. Mind you, now I'm getting some bad examples, but, and it's also, feels very noticeable, the difference in size of this car, how wide it is, and you can also feel the weight. But if you're looking for a comfortable, smooth ride, and I think that's what most people will be looking for with the Cabrio Carrera, but also looking for that performance too. I mean, with close to 400 horsepower, it really goes. But definitely you can feel that it's a digital machine. It's definitely less analog than my 718 Spider. It's amazing that there's virtually no shoulder at all here. So one thing I prefer in an open top car most of the time is if you're going to drop the top and you're at highway speeds, 60 miles an hour, 100 kilometers an hour or more, I prefer to put the side windows up. It really gets rid of the buffeting. But, and again, the air blocker in this car does make a difference for the turbulence of coming back and feeling that cold air on your neck. So I really appreciate that feature. Yes, it accelerates quite nicely. Actually, the wind deflector works really, really well. I'm surprised at how well it works to minimize the draft when you're driving this car. Obviously, at slow speeds like I'm going right now, 27 kilometers an hour, it doesn't make any difference. But in fact, it'd be nicer with it down, getting a bit of breeze. But as the speed gets there, definitely when you get to 70, 80, 90, or 100 kilometers per hour, 60 miles an hour if you like, then definitely you'd want to have that deflector up. So it's a great car to use touring. As you can see, there's one in front of us too. And for just kind of touring around, it's a great car for that. Nice and smooth, nice and comfortable. Wow, check out that scenery. Beautiful little town here. And you can see there's these cool little bridges you go through and little mini tunnels if you like. And as you can see, the dash is a very digital dash. And a lot of the controls are definitely new school. Not intuitive. If you haven't driven a Porsche in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, even compared to my 718 Spider that I have at home, almost everything is totally different. And that car is only 3 years old. So, but I mean, definitely looks very, very high end. The car has great steering, great steering wheel layout, and the controls are really easy to find on the steering wheel. So all that part looks great, and I especially like up here where it scans the signs ahead of you, so show you what's the speed limit of the current section of road you're in. And I certainly would be kidding if I told you the back seats are minute, more suitable to extremely small children, downright babies, or maybe adult cat. Somewhat of a cool feature is that when you unlock the car, the door handles come out, open the car, and of course when you're done, they pop back in. I guess it's for aerodynamics. So in terms of this 2024 Porsche Carrera Cabrio, I really think of it as the Swiss Army knife of Porsches, in the sense that you can really have it all. I mean, you can have the convertible top, but the convertible top is super easy to put up and put down, even at speeds up to 50 kilometers to 30 miles an hour. You know, something you can't do in my Porsche Spider, for example. And with the top up, the top is fully insulated. Again, unlike my Porsche Spider, where so in my Porsche Spider, it's incredibly noisy. This car here is actually quite quiet, but with the top down, but even with the top up, it's extremely quiet. It's almost as quiet as a totally enclosed Porsche Carrera. So it really does that well. With almost 400 horsepower, it's certainly fast enough. And it's a great experience in this car, that's for sure. So if you're looking for, like I say, a Porsche that can pretty much do it all, and you can handle the price of almost 200K Canadian, what's that, about 160, 150K in the US dollars, it's definitely could be a very good choice for you. Click here for my next video on renting a Porsche in Germany, and you can do a review for yourself.